scalper taking a look at the prop guard sniper, which is a derivative of block sniper 1500, right? Those an indicator that I created for NinjaTrader and for TradingView, but I decided to automate it and strategize it. So this is the strategy here. All right. So we got 3 micros, and right now it's just migrating. It's just chopping around the level. Right. This is what it does when it finds the level, and then sooner or later it's going to break out. Right. The Bolt stop loss is 140 ticks. And how I came from that was I derived it from AI, right? Everything that I've created is created with the help of AI, right? Including the strategy and the indicators that I've created for NinjaTrader. So we've gotten down to tick by tick on what's the best stop loss, best targets, although on all of my semi bots is what I call it, semi automatic bots. There is no TP, right? So the idea behind that is you need to exit the trade, which would fulfill what prop firms want you, right? You can trade with semi automatic pools as long as if your bot is doing the entering, then you're going to do the exit, right? And you can do the entering also, right? But everything when I created the Block Sniper 1500 is built into Prop Guard Sniper, right? So it has everything in there, the logic, you know, and it's, right now it's doing pretty well, right? If some of the users that are using it for their prop accounts and it's doing really well for them, we'll take a look at that in the future, some of the users that are trading it. But right now, you can see this thing is in profit now, in about 50 bucks, right? And I got a limit of in trades max, right? So it's only going to take so many trades till it stops. It'll stop at 10 trades. And one of these things that it has, it's going to run. And, I'm hoping that it runs going down. You can see it's at the entry area, right? And you can use regular candlesticks, right? It works on tick charts. It works on Renkos, works on candlesticks. For this demonstration, I'm using Renkos, right? And I think that's the most popular with links to group. People like to use Renkos, right? And so far, Prop Guard Sniper has been highly successful, right? Though you see it's just chopping around this level right here, and it might even take 15 to 20 minutes before it breaks out of that, right? Based on the algorithm and it going short, that breakout is probably going to be on the short side, right? Normally you can't see the stop because it's 140 ticks higher, right? But I brought it in there just to show you that you have full control over it, right? If I want to do back 15 ticks, it can go back 15 ticks. You can see it right here. Right now it's out of the screen. This is how it was by default. And now it's starting to come down. Well, I'm waiting for it to come down, right? You can do a break even plus 6 ticks, and all this is in the settings, right? But these settings are, again, timed by AI. So you can change them, but these are the best settings for optimal semi trading, right? Semi automated trading. So, like on other robots, when you try to intervene, it automatically freezes or it stops the robot because strategies in NinjaTrader aren't supposed to be interrupted, right? It's supposed to run its course until it either gets stopped out or hits a target, right? But not the semi bots that I've created. The semi bots I've created because they're semi automatic, which follows the rules of all prop firms, right? You can basically move a break even plus 6 ticks, trail it, and then jump 50%, wherever your stop is, between where the price currently is and where your stop is. All right. We'll just watch it here for a second. And you can have the semi-automatic on here. Now, if you just want to trade manually, you can click on the mode to trade. It'll change to manual, right? We'll click on it. However, the engine inside of it will still adhere to the break even and the trail. So if you wanted to get into the trade, right, the semi bot will do the rest. Again, that fulfills exactly what the prop firms are looking for. You enter the trade, the semi bot gets you out of it. The semi bot enters the trade and you would get out of it, right? You would get out of it by using the management tools or unlikely, right? And your trailing stop will get hit. Now, the trailing stop is by default is not set. So you have to go in there and set it, change your settings, right? And then once you get those settings, you put it in there, right? All of that's available once you come into the Discord group, right? You'll get the settings, you'll get the optimal time frames, right? Ninja is one of them. A lot of people like Ninja, but I've traded it on candlesticks. Other people have traded on tick charts. And then still other people is testing it out on Heiken Ashies, and they're liking the results from it. So right now, if you join a group, right, in Discord, it's $125 a month, right? You get access to this as of right now, right? We're only taking 10 people at this price. After the 10 people is filled, which those people are going to act as beta testers, right? So you're basically just going to be in there and paying a monthly fee. You'll get access to all of our indicators on TradingView and on Ninja Traders, and you'll be able to beta test, the 4 or 5 semi-bots that we have, right? After that 10, this will be sold separately, right? And it's going to be a higher price. Obviously, it's not going to be out there for a one-time price of 125 a month, right? That'll be be closer to $1,000 bucks. So in now, the first 10 that gets in here will get into the $125 plan, right? And that I might change that because I always need the beta testers and I need them to do, search for me very different times of the day, and I know people are working and stuff. So, it's all ours, right? And that's what the beta testers are going to do. They're going to be testing out on different time frames, time zones, right? So I don't want to give you the settings because I want you to test it. That's why you're getting in for this special price of $125 a month. You will have the option to get in at $300 a quarter, which effectively makes your membership $100 a month, right? That is the charter entry, right? Our charter members are paying that fee right now. But once that the beta testers come in and those spots fill up, and I'm not going to say 10 specifically, right? Because I need people in different parts of the world to trade different time zones, to trade, different, like candlesticks, Ninja Renko, making ashies. You know what I mean? That's why I'm looking for a variety of different traders that trade differently. So it could be 10. I might need 25. But when that amount is hit, after that, the PGS, which is this offer right here, Prop Guard Sniper, will be sold separately for about between $1,005 and $1,500. Right, that'll be a one-time fee. But if you want to be in the group, you'll still pay the 125. All right, Prop Guard Sniper will not be included. After that, 10 to 25 people get used as beta testers. All right. So if you're seeing this video for the first time, you definitely want to click on the link below this video. It's going to take you to the website and go to the checkout page and immediately go and either sign up for the orderly $300 quarter or $125 a month, right? Because those will be the lowest prices that you're going to be able to get in. After that, price is going to change, right? That 125 is going to be an introductory offer. After a while, it's going to go to 150, and that's where we're going to level out. Be 150 a month. I still have 4 other robots, right? At this time, they're not sold separately as of right now. So you'll still get 4 other robots, to beta test, right? Even if you come in after the fact, right? So after that initial 10 to 25, you're still going to have 4 robots that are included in the membership, right? So a lot of good things going on here, right? The beta testers will be doing tests on all of those robots, right? And especially this one, which is the most successful one, right? And it's based off the indicator that I created, which is called Buck Sniper 1500. All right. Yeah. So let's just watch and see here. It's been about 13 minutes, right? And just kind of waiting for this breakout to happen. Maybe if we get like between 70 and 80 bucks, we'll start moving our stops and letting things go. Hopefully this is it right here. Right. All of a sudden, when you're not looking, that thing starts taking off. This is 3 micros. You can trade minis. You can trade 1 micro if you want to just test it out. Right. And That's what the beta testers are going to be for. Test out on different contracts. You can work on it on sim, right? But I do want people that are willing to use it on prop accounts, right? If you're using it on sim, I can do that all day. I got plenty of people to do that. So when you join in as a beta tester, typically, and I would like you to trade it on a prop firm, right? Because that's where we can really see if this thing is really as good as I think it is, right? I'm biased, obviously, I'm the creator, but hopefully, we have people come in here and we can test it on different times, different, race bars, everything. And you get a wide diversification of traders that come in here and test it, right? And again, sign up quickly, right? That initial S for beta testers will only be in once that's fulfilled. I won't need them, right? Obviously, when people come in and they'll quit if they're beta testers, we'll have to fill those spots and we'll open it up back accordingly as needed, right? So let's say we have like 30 to 40 beta testers and over a 6-month period of time, 20 of those quit. Obviously, I'll have to open it back up and we'll get beta testers in here and, we can go from there. Right. But after that initial, the initial price of 300 a quarter or 125 a month, it'll be 50, right? 150 will be the final price. You can still probably pay the 300 a quarter, right? But that's probably going to be different too. Probably going to be closer to 350. Right. Just sit and watch here. Wait for this thing to take off a run, right? It's trading NQ. This is exactly how NQ is. All right, here you go. So I'm going to do break even and I'm going to do a jump 50% and then I'm going to trail it by 50 ticks, right? That'll be automatic. That's if it starts running, right? Obviously, if it pulls up, it's going to hit that stop. All right, now let's just watch. All right, so it hit the stop. Got about 151 on that. We got 8 more trades and, just kind of let it go and it'll pick up, it'll read the block sniper rhythm and enter based on the entries that we use for block sniper. All right. That's it for this video. If you have any questions, click the link, get in quickly. If you're interested in being a beta tester, you're interested in getting in at the pilot price right now for $300 a quarter or $125 a month. There's another trade. I'll see you later.